And in today's do-it-yourself video, we're going to review reporting basics. Ariba analysis is a reporting feature that is included with all modules. This also includes the upstream and downstream, sourcing, contracts, SIPM, procure to order, procure to pay. The high-level advantages or capabilities of reporting is it allows you to run reports in an easy-to-use interface, eliminating the need to run query language. So in the old days in the ERPs, you would have to write SQL queries to get information extracted out of the tool. In our reporting feature, it's object-oriented, where you can drag and drop fields into the report and to view them. So no longer will you need to know query language. It also gives the advantage of one source system for all your reporting needs. And it includes reporting against workflow and upstream and approval flows and downstream. So it gives you the ability to run KPI reports. The prerequisites to access the reporting would include different groups. So any user that has a basic group or basic access, for example, contract agent for contracts module, sourcing agent for sourcing, in the requisition model, purchasing user, they are automatically given very basic user access. This means that they have read-only access, or in other words, they can view reports, but they cannot create custom reports. They can run prepackaged reports, but they cannot modify them. The other advantage is the custom reporting capability. This is only given to users with very specific access, and a group that would grant this access is called senior analyst. There are other groups in the system, but for simplicity's sake, we'll use the senior analyst group. If you want more information on the different groups and the permissions, access the help menu or log in to connect and run various searches where you find documentation on the subject. Now I'm going to log into the tool and show you some of the reporting basics. Now that I'm logged into the tool, I am on the dashboard screen, and you can see that there are various pinned reports on my dashboard. These are things that you can actually perform within the reporting tool itself, and I will show you how to do that. To access reporting, there are various ways. To create a custom report, you would go to Create Analytical Report, and once again, only senior analysts and more advanced users have this permission to do this. Most users will be able to access Manage Prepackaged Reports or Public Reports, which are custom reports that have been saved publicly for all to see. You also have a personal workspace where you can save custom reports that you've built for yourself that you use commonly. Under Prepackaged Reports, you'll see various document types from various modules, such as sourcing, contracting, SIPM, supplier lifecycle performance management, and also procure to pay. When I leave the prepackaged area, I'm going to go back to the Manage Personal Workspace, which are reports that I pre-created and saved there. As you can see, I have two reports. Commodity Spend Analysis is a report that I've created. In this report, I am in the aggregate view. There are two views, aggregate, which you're seeing right now, which is a summary view of information, and the detail view, which is a more comprehensive view of the details of a specific report. So for example, in this report, I am using invoicing data. If I would switch to detail, I would be able to view who created the invoice, what's the accounting information against that invoice. In the aggregate view, you'll notice that it's a summary view of information. What it's summarizing is the commodity code and the year. So the level 4 code is an 8-digit code, and the year is the spend that I want to report for that year. So for market research, we spent over $2 million in 2017 and $4 million in 2018. The chart menu allows me to create different types of charts like pie charts and bar graphs. It's fully customizable by switching the type, the pie, donut, bar. You also have the ability to make them 3D if you want to make them look more enhanced. This information is fully available to anybody who has the reporting access. This is not restricted by permission. As you can see, I can also add this to my dashboard if this is a report that I would like to see frequently. Going back to the pivot layout, you also notice that there's different colored bars here. I've highlighted the information based on the spend. You can do this by clicking Field Settings, going to Alerts, and then reviewing the different configurations. So when I add a new condition, I can do less than 50,000, make it red, greater than 500,000, make it green, and in between 50,000 and 500,000, make it yellow. And by adding those conditions, the report will automatically highlight information green, yellow, or red to your choosing. By going to Create Analytical Report, it would actually bring you to a screen called Source Data. Now, because I'm editing an existing report, it's showing me refined data. So by clicking Source Data, it would actually replicate what would happen if I clicked Create Analytical Report. I can name the report, I can add a description of what the report does, and I can select a fact table of a document type. So for example, in this specific report, I selected the invoice fact table or the invoice document type. In available measures, I am required to select one available measure in which I selected invoice spend because I wanted to see how much we were spending per category. And as you notice, I've added the category field to the row field, which is equivalent to the left side panel of an Excel spreadsheet. The column field is equivalent to the column or the topmost panel of an Excel spreadsheet. When I combine the two fields of row and column, it would then create a cube. So think of a Rubik's cube and having different slices of that cube. So it would show me year 2017, how much I spend by category, and year 2018, how much I spent by category. And that's how we ended up getting the multiple years within our spend reports. The page field is a pre-filter. If I know that I don't want to report on a specific area, or as a more clear example, if I know that I only want to report on one cost center, I can add cost center as a page field to automatically filter away other cost centers. I can add this information to these various boxes by clicking on the pivot layout. As you can see, the pivot layout is fully customizable. I can adjust the order by dragging and dropping different field objects. I can include new field objects by scrolling and finding the object that I want, and then by placing it in the correct column. By clicking this box, I would automatically jump to detail view. By not clicking this box, it would show me aggregate view. I go back to refine data, click done. And you can see that I am now in aggregate view because I did not check that box. This concludes the reporting basics demo.